All the monsters, aliens so far are creepy and hilarious at the same time. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are back with the second episode of Dandadan. Now, I think I mentioned before that typically when we do shows, we have a whole notes section, we have a whole board to go over. And I'm not saying that I didn't do it. I certainly wouldn't be saying that. That would be insanity. I clearly did something, right? I must have done something. No. For reasons that I'm an idiot, I kind of forgot to do everything. I obviously have a board in the wings waiting to go, but I'm just not there yet. So, actual board, actual note section is going to be coming in episode 3. Truth be told, this is literally a failure in note taking, which is to say that I failed to take a note about taking a note. You know, this is that old joke of I've got spreadsheets about spreadsheets. Normally, I have a whole notepad filled with to-do stuff to keep me on track on channel-related stuff, which is, hey, you need to take notes on the board about this episode before this date, or, hey, you need to make a character ranking for this show before this date, or you need to pick a new show to watch so you can get the artist the information about the show to make an overlay before such and such date. Well, stupidly, I did everything for Dandadan and then forgot to make a note about when I needed to have a new thing ready to go. So for some reason I'm like, I've accomplished everything I need to do today, and did not do anything. So, as I said, as a matter of stupidity, board and notes coming episode 3. That said, not much really left to go over here. So, let's go ahead and hop on in to episode 2 and see where we go from here.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Which I only just recently found out. Oh, that's right. She got to keep the thing on him. That doesn't work for her. Oh, okay. She used the mouse. The Ken name. I said, isn't that the Fist on the North Star guy? No, it's a very famous Japanese actor. Apparently, it's one of the most famous actors in Japan, so I just got that completely wrong. Okay, I guess that makes more sense if you understand the language more than I do. So they're not actually going back to the tunnel? I mean, very completely open relationship. Well, I guess we're calling her Turbo Granny. Did we call her Turbo Granny in the first episode? Legit, I thought we were gonna get the opening in the first minute. The camera was panning over the city, and I thought, okay, this is gonna be the opening. I can give a whole speech about Ken, what's his name? Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. I'm not knowledgeable about Japanese movies or TV shows or things like that outside of anime. So when things are like a internal pop culture reference for Japanese people, completely lost. Has to be explained to me. Thankfully, though, that's why I have a comment section, so people can shove my ignorance back into my face. I'm guessing that's going to be the sexy grandma. If there's one thing I know about the show, it's a sexy grandma. And I'm hopefully it's not Turbo Granny. Passing awareness to this guy, like, I know absolutely nothing about him. Obviously, it's me drawn as a character. But went to an AI and asked them, hey, what character is most like these defining characteristics that I like in other anime characters? And, well, I'll be fair, it said Turbo Granny first. And I was like, what about any other options? Any other options out there besides the Weenie Eater? Well, maybe they should have. Okay, shrine is actually guarded. And supernatural fire can be put out with regular water. I was thinking about the asshole boyfriend from the beginning of episode 1. Granny could have kicked his ass, should have kicked his ass rather. It's only your life that you're playing with. I would say it would be funny if you caught on fire again. They are a funny duo, I'll give them that. I mean, you're making fun of them for having a granny perm while going to meet your granny. Yeah, I guess there is a third set of shoes missing as well, implying that she really isn't here. Oh, right, yeah, I can't leave the presence of the power. Okay, so you can reflect the psychic power too. I was supposed to say the Lucky Cat thing at the end credits is also the Lucky Cat they have downstairs in his house. Well, that's a bit direct. I mean, it would look like a Ken doll, right? So is that like worth the trade-off for the power?
そもそもうちはあんたのオカルト話なんか興味なかったの。あんたがめっちゃ話しかけてきて喧嘩売ってきたんじゃん。
チャンスを逃したくなかったんですよ。自分はずっと友達が欲しかったから。
Oh, you made it serious.
このチャンスを逃したくないって思ったんですよ。だから必死に話しかけたんですよ。
I mean, going from straight up humor to actual emotion, it's rough.
綾瀬さんは住む世界が違うっていうか、自分みたいのが話しかけていい人じゃないです。すいませんでした。危険なことに巻き込んでしまって。この件が済んだらまた無視してもらっていい？
I feel like if I knew...
あんたのそういうとこマジうざい。勝手に他人のこと決めつけて。
I feel like if I knew anything about this Ken, the actor guy, I'd be able to more tell if he's anything like how this guy's acting right now.
無視していいなんて言わないでさ。
And I can't let that go. Phil Fisher in the chat is saying we now have 2 shows with eunuchs because we're also watching Apothecary Diaries. So, pretty funny. It's a hilarious comment.
おい、なんか言え。ツンツン。
ブス。
I enjoy that this is our icebreaker, is get back into fucking fighting.
もしかしておばあさん帰ってきたんじゃないですか？
静かにして。こんなチャイム聞いたことない。
Also, why would your grandma ring your own doorbell?
前にばあ
It has to be somebody else.
うちの呼び鈴は2つあるって。1つは人間用、もう1つは悪霊用。
Oh, right, because he took off the protection. Yeah.
少しの間ならいいよね。
Well, I mean, you can just slap it on the door.
なんかいますよそこ。どうすんですか？お札を元に戻す。悪霊ならあんたみたいに燃えるでしょ。自分も燃やす気ですか？あんたは敷地の外に出てりゃいいでしょ。
外出るまではお札貼るの。
I mean, if you put it on the entrance, you still gotta force the monster back through the entrance.
どこ行ったんだろう。綾瀬さん、これ。やばいやばい。とにかく
What the fuck? Are we back on a spaceship?
出れません。壁に閉じ込められてますよ。
鳥、お札貼れそうじゃん。待ってください。
They say, how'd you get in? If this whole place is a bunker.
鳥居が壁に埋まってます。これじゃ敷地の外に出られません。
どうしよう。このままじゃマジで。
Smudged?
何これ。
Or is it blood? Oh, it's blood.
マジやばいんですけど。
Overusing the power? Okay, no, you're both doing it.
大丈夫。しっかりして。違う。黒い霧。これのせいだ。
We got miasma. All the monsters, aliens so far are creepy and hilarious at the same time. Is that the thing that was on the seal? Maybe? mean, it seemed like the seal image also had an image of like 2 kids that this thing would be grabbing. Also, you broke the promise. Don't say weenie. Ah, never mind. Why does every spirit want the dick?
なわけないでしょ。あれ宇宙人ですよ。は？間違いないですよ。あのエラ、フラットウッズモンスターです。アメリカのフラットウッズという町で目撃されたのが初めで、日本では山梨県で目撃
It's a flatwoods monster, then it's clearly not an alien.
じゃあ、あの呼び鈴は幽霊の仕掛けに宇宙人が反応したってこと？
心霊現象をよく見る人は UFO もよく見るという調査結果が出ています。
And again, if he lost his dick, then all these creatures that want it.
宇宙人には何らかの共通点があるのかも。
昨日の宇宙人の仲間かよ。しつこいっつーの。早くあいつどうにかしないと毒斬りに殺される。でもオカルの呪いを抑えてたんじゃうまく超能力使えないし。
綾瀬さん。
Yeah, stop holding back the curse. Let him go buck wild on that thing. I mean, legit, it's your best weapon against. Well, I guess the ESP, or sorry, her powers will also be really effective here too. I guess it also kind of implies that she can't go to sleep, because if she falls asleep, he turns into Turbo Granny.
今度は何？
自分が戦います。呪いを解いてください。
急にどうした？
宇宙人なら怖くないっす。体の呪いだけ解放して頭は抑えるってことできませんか？
Oh, targeting the power. You know, I guess kind of this implies that Turbo Granny is the top of the pecking order, right?
あわよくばババアの力をコントロールできるかも。
ちゃんとできるかわかんないよ。
お願いします。
So is it like all ghosts want dick, but all aliens want, you know? That old saying, am I right?
すげえ力が溢れてくるぜ。でもすげえ撃つ。
うわ、人格がぶっ壊れた。
Kind of reminds me of Tokyo Ghoul.
気分が落ち込んでよ。
その喋り方なんなんだよ。
おっと悪い。自分不器用だからよ。
それ言うなって言ってんだろ。
自分なんてよ。いなくなっちまえばいいのによ。
その喋り方やめろ。
Can't kick him in the nuts, you don't have him anymore.
ちょっと行ってくるぜ。どうせダメだろうけどよ。
Man, is this the talk speak to the Ken guy?
反射的に体が動いたぜ。これがターボババアの力かよ。なえるぜ。
Again, though, is this the trade-off for losing your dick?
そんなこと。すごい。これならいけるかも。
And what was the broke the promise thing earlier?
外どうしたのいきなり。
I say, I feel like we need to find a medium here where she can use her powers And he doesn't have to keep concentrating on him.
呪いの力に体がついていけません。体がバラバラに弾け飛びそうになるんです。人間が動ける速さじゃない。なのに奴に与えたダメージは指5本だけですよ。あんなのどうやって倒すんですかよ。知らねえよ。
Can't she like one hand him and other hand this thing?
あいつさ、相撲じゃね？
はい。
あいつの手を地面につかせたらさ、こっちの勝ちじゃね？
Isn't his hand kind of already touching the ground?
知ってた。
Literally, his fingers are on the ground.
限界ですからね。
オカルンは足狙って、うちは超能力で野郎を転ばすから。
ああ、撃つだ。
ある程度近づかないとダメだからサポートして。
Also, legit, don't you have to throw him out of the ring? So I assume the dome is the ring now. Exactly what I just said. It's fine, he seems down with it. I mean, use your power to crush him into the ground. I guess these people are just like superhumanly able to take damage.
世話が焼けるわ。相撲宇宙人。てめえ手ついただろうが、釣り族クソ野郎。綾瀬さん、もう一回呪いを解放してください。自分の体はどうなっても構いません。こいつはうちがぶっ倒す。オカルンは見ときな。
Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to see.
ちょっと何言ってんすか。てめえはうちを怒らせたぜ。
I want to see her empowered. I don't want to see her responsible for taking care of this guy all the time. Oh, but put the barrier back up. Sorry, the soundtrack is suddenly getting me. Because, you know, Granny has to now appear after this.
戻った。助かった。
Well, he's in heaven, I guess.
戻ったよ。ほら。
At the same time, he's got no dick, so...
マジ死ぬかと思った。
I guess legitimately she's found the least threatening guy.
なこと言ったってしょうがないじゃないですか。あれ？髪型変えた？そんなわけないでしょ。なんかいい感じだよ。
I guess they have like super regeneration or something?
バカにしてたでしょうが。あれ？なんか目が回る。あ、やばい。
Like I said, she can't go to sleep or heals will instantly change. I guess now would be the perfect time for Granny to show up. Or not. Okay, I guess that's our cliffhanger. Really fun episode. These are really fun episodes. Now, unfortunately, the problem is that normally what I do is I would talk about, like, I don't know, anything. Normally, I have more of a breakdown because I guess normally we watch more, like, mystery-oriented shows. Just the same way that I had very little to talk about when it came to, like, Jujutsu Kaisen. Just, like, weigh-ins on different matchups or hopefully what I wanted to see coming. Again, the lucky cat thing. I'm pointing that way. That's where my screen is. The lucky cat that's in the entryway of her grandma's house. The element is that I can't talk about things that I could foresee happening or would like to see happening between different characters because so far we've got essentially the two. So there isn't a lot I can weigh in on there, and we're just too close to the beginning of the show for me to have much to talk about when it comes to character power sets and whatnot. I'm just happy that I've been kind of right about what should happen and where, because it has come to play. You know, she's gonna put the gate up. She's gonna try and throw him down. You know, what do we got next time?
フラットウッズモンスターは1952年数人の少年たちと兵士その愛犬が遭遇していて事件当時地元
パーマの方が良かったな。
話聞いてます次回ババアとババアが激突じゃんか日本では3メートルの宇宙人と呼ばれています
Okay, that also fucking threw me. I legit thought we were about to get like a backstory thing about what was going to happen next time. He was just talking about the Flatwoods monster again. And then she was obviously talking about the perm again. But, yeah, what I said, this is obviously where the Granny would show up, and they are indicating to us next episode is going to be Granny versus Granny, which, hilarious title. I'm going to give him that one. Don't know anything about the Granny, as I said before, except for the fact that everybody was saying, like in advertisements or talking about the show, sexy Granny, sexy, hilarious Granny. My problem is I don't know which one they were talking about. I'm assuming that they're talking about her grandma. But, you know, the Turbo Granny, I'm gonna gobble that weenie, pretty funny. Yeah, I gotta give him that one. So, I'm not exactly sure where we're coming from. But, yeah, as I said before, next time I will actually have notes to bring back and discuss. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to discuss with this show. The element at play is that I just don't know. Everything is so in the moment. I love shows like this for turning your brain off, laughing, and having a good time. I don't specifically know how I'm going to discuss anything that happens here. Also, the element that I will have a board, and at least the board I know I'll be able to discuss because the board is all about character relationships and how they tie in with one another. So, when it comes to that, expect that at least to be something of substance. That said, I mean, I hate to leave it with so little to talk about, because again, it was a great episode. I really enjoyed the element of what the fuck is going on here when the whole place turned into like a bunker. The element of how much of that is what's his name, Ken Kitaro? How much does that, how he talks, like, and I'm not talking about the character of the show, I'm talking about the actor. How much of that is modeled off of how that guy talks, because again, I don't know anything about him. The element of how long is this going to be a duo where one of them has to constantly keep a hand focused on one character and then maybe able to do something with the other one. It has been very entertaining to me how much of this has been one constant long thing. Because conceivably, from the previous day when they left the school to go do their challenges against one another, they have not rested. Like, from the moment Turbo Granny infested that one okarun, they haven't been able to rest. She's constantly had to keep a hand on him, you know, through all the abduction thing as well. But means they walked back into town. It went from night to day, and conceivably she just passed out from exhaustion or, you know, getting knocked around by the alien ghost. Maybe maybe they can see that all aliens are ghosts and monsters. You know, the movie Destroy All Monsters. where we can't really tell the difference. We have monsters, we also have aliens. They're kind of the same thing. Like I said, I'll figure something out. I will figure something out to talk about with the show because it's not like there's nothing to talk about. It's just my head's going a mile a minute and I'm slowing down. And when you hit the brakes immediately, I just like slam my head to the desk, essentially. So, yeah. I'm going to call it here. Next time, I promise we will have stuff. So, that said, once again, I've been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?